Hello there. How are you doing? I'm Jay Jones, and I'm joined here with
Anna Davidson.
Oh my God, I'm not alone. So we're gonna try this. I might turn this into a podcast. I don't know, but we'll put this on this Friday on jjlunfiltered.com because I feel like it. And Anna, do we shit talk a lot of times?
I live for it.
You live for it?
Yes.
I live for it. I live for it every day.
It brightens my day.
Oh, yes, absolutely. All right, so we're going to read from r/am I the asshole. Now, if you're very familiar with this, another person that's done this before, they're r/ on YouTube. They do this every day. You should check them out. Give them a how do you speak words? Subscription. And then check out their podcast because they have one too. All right, so we're gonna read a few of these Am I the Asshole posts, and we're just gonna see what comes about. We're gonna rate them on a scale of 1 to 10 because we can't rate them on a scale of 1 to 5. Then I'm just basically copy and pasting r/'s idea. That would just be bad. And I'm reading them uncensored because,
We're all big boys and girls.
exactly. So, strong language, adult content, well, potentially. In the post. You never know. I want to read one that doesn't have an edit, like, oh, this situation was resolved.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, no, this is bad. Okay. Am I the asshole for pretending my son's bike was stolen to teach him a lesson?
Oh.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. All right.
Offhand, I'm going to say that's uncalled for.
Yeah, that's already a bad idea.
So
because you're going to traumatize that kid, right?
Let's hear some details on
But
this.
let's dig in. All right. My mom, would help if I could read. My son Tim, a 9-year-old male, has a habit of leaving his bike outside when he's done playing with it with his friends for the day. It feels like my wife and I are constantly telling him to put his bike inside of the garage because it could be easily stolen. And if/when that day comes, my son Tim, a 9-year-old boy, has a habit of leaving his bike outside when he's done playing with his friends for the day. It makes me feel like my wife and I are constantly telling him to put the bike inside of the garage because it could easily be stolen. And if and when that day comes, we wouldn't simply buy him a new one. We'd have him earn it himself with extra chores and prove himself trustworthy with his belongings. Well, last week, as I was leaving for work in the morning, I saw that Tim had left his bike out again. Rather than talking about this for the umpteenth time, I decided to show him that our warnings could actually happen. I threw the bike into the bed of my truck and took it to work with me. Upon finding his bike was missing, he was distraught. He called me crying, asking if I seen it when I left this morning, and I told him, no, I didn't see it. Isn't this why we always tell you to put the bike away? I calmed him down and told him that we can make a plan for him to earn a new bike when I got home for the day. After work, I brought the bike back home and told him that I found it abandoned in the neighborhood park and that we got lucky this time, but wouldn't always be this lucky in the future, and all seemed well. Later that night, my wife was telling me that it was super lucky that I happened to find the bike, and I told her that I had it the whole time and ran through what happened with her. She looked at me as if I was some kind of horrible monster. Why would you say that? Why would you put her son through that? And why wouldn't you at least tell me this dumb plan so I could stop you? She said. It's not like I had planned it out. It was just a spur-of-the-moment decision as I was leaving for work and she was still asleep. Tim was only missing his bike for a day and I wasn't giving him that hard of a time about it. Was I the asshole here? For what it's worth, Tim seems to have had the lesson stick. The bike's been put away every night since.
I'm going to give him 2 out of 10 assholes.
2 out of 10?
That seems like some old school tough love parenting.
Yeah, I can see that.
He wasn't trying to traumatize the kid.
Right.
But it does send the kid a message that he can't always trust what his father's telling him. So, like, new school parenting, you don't lie to your kid.
Right.
Don't lie to your kid.
Exactly.
He was going old school with it. He was really trying to make him more responsible. That was the end game.
Right.
So, So, asshole parent? Yes. Abusive parent? No. So, I'd say 2 out of 10.
I'm going to give him 4 out of 10. And here's why. The reason I'm giving a little higher of a score is because this is traumatizing to the child, right?
The child cares more about the bicycle than an adult would. Yes.
I think that the way that OP is going about it kind of sucks, because I think there would have been a more creative punishment for this, right? Mm-hmm. Like, let's say one of your daughters had something, left it out in the yard, right? And this same thing happened, right? Mm-hmm. I would say the next time you leave it out, I'm going to take it to my room and you won't see it for a day. You won't be able to use it for a day.
I 100% agree with you. There was a better way to handle this.
Or
you get grounded from it, and that is to simulate that somebody could have taken it and you would not have access to it anymore.
Am I the asshole for hiding that I was TTC from my husband's family?
I do not know what TTC stands for.
I don't either. I really don't. I'm not sure what that means. Let's find out together.
Okay.
I, a 27-year-old female, married my husband 2 years ago after being together for 5 years. Right after we got married, we started trying for a baby. We did not tell anyone, mostly because the relationship with my husband's ex / the mother of his son is complicated, and because of that, we don't get the blended family we envisioned, but we have made it work for us. However, this is not the dynamic his family likes. I have accepted that as long as my stepson's mom is against us, my stepson doesn't want to have a parent-child bond with me and might never want that. But we have agreed that I am to be respected, and I will be there if he needs me, but I won't push. My in-laws think I should be pushing more. They believe we shouldn't let him dictate the relationship and I have with him, dictate the relationship I have with him, and we should not encourage him to listen to his mom. But his mom believes that I will try to steal him from her. So if I push it, it will only make him feel like she's right. It's not ideal, but it works. And we are trying for a baby, and we didn't want his family to know because my husband and I suspected that they would say that he should be enough for both of us. And I knew that they would definitely say something if they had known that I had my miscarriage last year. But like most things, the truth came out when we thought I was miscarrying again, and I panicked while he was talking to them over Zoom, and they figured it out through that. Thankfully, I wasn't miscarrying again. I'm expecting a baby, and my baby is healthy. But they were angry to learn that we were actively trying and have planned this pregnancy.
Trying to conceive.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what okay.
Okay.
That sounds about right. Okay. But they were angry to learn that we were actively trying and had planned this pregnancy. They feel it was all downhill to me It was all down to me because I can't face the truth that my stepson isn't enough for me like he should be. I guess where I feel like I might be the asshole is in not ever suggesting we tell them, or actually we're planning, or never telling them or actually planning to, when we would tell them down the road. I can see why it would be hurtful for them not to hear about it, and then the fact that we did not tell them about the miscarriage. But I don't know. It feels like it should be our decision to. But I am conflicted because of the words in my head. Am I the asshole?
Zero assholes.
No?
And picking that one, you knew I'd have a lot to say, right? Okay. So
I'm good.
somebody's decision whether or not to have a family.
Right.
That's private.
Yes.
You can make it public, but that is your private business. Mm-hmm. You don't owe anybody a thing.
It's true.
Me having my own biological child does not mean that my stepchild was not enough.
Right, exactly.
No more than having a second child means your first child was not enough.
Right.
Her not forcing her stepson into more of a relationship is the smart thing to do.
Right.
Absolutely.
So she was being smart. I think OP was being smart about it.
I think it's a common error that a step-parent will push too hard. As long as you say, I'm here for you, you're doing your job. Particularly if the kid's older. Now, if he's got custody issues, the father has custody issues with the mother of his firstborn, hey, I get that too.
Yeah.
Stepmom seems to be all aces. She didn't owe her husband's family advance notice.
Right.
Especially given that she was prone to miscarriage.
Yeah. I don't think it's right for someone to be owed anything that doesn't include them.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Like,
the only time in which she would be the asshole, a major asshole, was if she was planning to conceive without her partner being on board.
Right.
Which happens.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I know myself, I didn't inform past my innermost social circle about my pregnancy until I had confirmation my pregnancy was healthy.
Yeah.
So initially, I told my mom when I was planning, and that was my choice.
Mm-hmm.
I chose to tell my job here when I was about 7-8 weeks along, as soon as I knew the pregnancy was healthy. You know, before that, what would have been the point? You know, not to be pessimistic, but things happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in her case, she knows things happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think...
She seems very considerate.
I think she was very considerate. If she and her husband were on board for this whole thing, then this is none of anybody else's business.
Correct.
At all.
Mm-hmm. She had a preconceived notion that they would not take it well. They did not take it well.
Exactly. It's like...
Okay, prediction on the money. But she didn't owe it to him.
Like...
Who's going to be raising this kid? Who's going to be responsible for this kid?
Right.
Her and her husband. They agreed to it together. They're going to support the kid together. That's their business.
That's like if, like, say we first met, right? And we were, for transparency's sake, we and I know each other from work, so we've become great friends outside of work. And we shit talk now, and we've decided to make it public. And but
it's official.
Yep. So here's my thing about that. Like, just imagine if I had, like, we first started working and I was like, so Anna, do you have kids? And you said, I don't want to talk about it. And I went, yeah, but do you have kids? I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, but Anna, do you have kids? And you kept replying like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I think this is what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, clearly she doesn't want to say anything.
Her family members have a relationship.
Yes.
But they are not directly responsible.
Exactly.
You and me have a relationship, but you're not directly responsible for my kids.
Right.
So.
Where do you have kids? Like, if you had never told me, oh, you have kids, or
you would be able to tell from my office.
Right. Right. If I couldn't tell by your office or anything, then who am I to ask who am I to go into your business unless you say, yeah, so I have a couple of kids at home and, they're great kids, etc., whatever.
If we were not friends, we would leave things at work.
Like strictly professional.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we did not because I feel less lonely at work. But anyway, I'm going to give OP 0 out of 10 assholes because...
Yeah. I feel she's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Given what little I know about her, I'd give her a gold star.
I'm giving the step family, the in-laws, I'm giving them 5 out of 10 assholes.
Yeah.
I'm going to give them 5. The reason I'm giving them 5 is because they're poking and prodding into something that doesn't really fucking matter to them. Like...
It's intensely personal.
Exactly.
But they're leaving it at their opinion. Had they meddled in her life, we'd go above 5.
Yeah.
They're leaving it at an opinion on something intensely personal and not their business.
It's one thing if they had if they're like, oh, I hope you don't have kids, blah, blah, blah. I'd probably give them like 3 assholes. I'm adding 2 because, like, the mother knew she miscarried. She has had a history of this, right? Like, even if it's one miscarriage, a miscarriage sucks. Wait for it, sucks. I said this on TikTok about one of these other stupid, like these other stupid videos I saw where that... You remember the TikTok where I saw this chick, and I'll probably put it in here, you'll see it. But I talked about, like, that one chick where she was like, I get to kill another baby. Then she came back and said, oh, it would be my first abortion. But it's like, no.
She made
that public
announcement for attention.
She let the world see. And I think this is a great example, right? Like, if I saw a TikTok person and kept going and never knew about their kids, never knew about their relationships, never knew about their family, who the fuck am I to spy into their life? Unless I'm on a friend level with them, a trusting friend level where they're okay to tell me about other things, who the fuck cares? But the person that I responded to, and we're going to pause right here, and here's the clip.
I get to kill another baby.
Wait, how is this video existing? Seriously, how is this video existing? Do you know how many people that I know have gone through miscarriages and have seen it as the worst day of their life, and you're making a mockery out of it? Why is this on? Why? Why is this a thing that you're happy about? Like, what? How are you not blocked? How are you not taken off of TikTok? How is this not a thing? Yes, I saw the whole thing. It's horrible. What the fuck? Now, that person I responded to made that post public. It's one thing to make it public that you're going to be expecting. It's another, and this is where it's really shitty, that you're going to have a kid, but you don't want to keep it, so you make a smiling mockery out of abortion.
Correct.
Like, I would think, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I can't.
You have certain equipment. I have certain equipment. Yes.
I don't have the equipment to produce a life.
I have also different life experiences.
So correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe I'm a fucking idiot, but if someone publicly does what that person did
for attention,
for the entire world to see, anyone who tells her what the hell is wrong with you has every right to tell her what the hell is wrong with you.
Agreed. Because when you invite attention, it's positive and negative attention. And what people take issue with was that she was so glib about it.
That's the worst part. She was like giddy about this. Like, if you saw the video, okay, she may not have been giddy. Maybe I'm going to extend on that, but she wasn't like super sad.
In her defense, she may claim that's how she is hysterical, but it sure as heck came off as glib.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
when this is supposed to be a very serious decision that impacts the rest of your life.
I will say this. I have never met a single woman who is on the verge of a miscarriage or has had an abortion or has had to put a child up for adoption. I've only met maybe one that I've seen that has that level of
not giving two shits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's only one person I know that I will not name them because they do not deserve the airtime. But like, you can't tell me that like.
There is a reason that people scorn her.
Yeah. Like, maybe she did it for attention. Maybe
power to you if you want to extend compassion because she fucked up in how she delivered. If you want to say, hey, let's not judge her on this one moment. She's got other TikToks that.
And that's the thing. That's the really shitty part about it. It's like some people are like, well, you took it out of context. Maybe it was just a joke. First of all, if that was a joke, damn, that's an off-color joke. She needs to go back to comedy school. Second, and most importantly, we looked. And this is not the first thing she did.
Correct.
She recorded 4 full minutes of this shit. Split it up into 4 TikToks. Then backs up everything. And only changes it a little bit and says, oh no, I didn't have multiple abortions. This will be my first abortion. Doesn't even backtrack the word, oh, I'm going to abort this kid. So, someone like that, I would say no. Like, why would you do that?
Right.
That is a mockery to children who have gone through miscarriages. That is a mockery to parents who have had to make the struggling sacrifice of doing an abortion.
Right. Women who have gone through miscarriages, yes.
What did I say?
Children.
Oops.
That's all right.
Hey, I'm great with grammar. But yeah, like, but do you understand what I mean, though?
It's a very tough call if you're in that position. And she alludes that she got pregnant by her sugar daddy. And that she does not want to have a child with this person. However, her follow-up video, she's looking for a sign that she is meant to have this kid. There is no sign. You either commit to doing it by yourself or give it up or abort. And she's going to be on her own here. But it is not a casual decision.
No, not at all. I've never met someone who would think that this is a casual decision and can say it with a straight face.
The internet does not forget.
And the internet does not forgive.
And is this the legacy you want to have for your potential child?
Exactly.
Any potential child of yours.
And I know we're getting off subject here, kind of, but it's related to this because this person did the opposite and wanted to keep it private, right? Like, she knew she had a history of miscarriages. She didn't want anyone else to know. Mm-hmm. Therefore, I don't blame her.
No.
Had she done what that TikTok bitch did, I would have been like 10 out of 10 assholes.
Yes.
Actually, you get 15 out of 10 assholes.
Right.
I just went over my own scale. We just made the scale today. But yeah, like that's just the shame of it all.
Yes.
But that's what I feel on it.
I agree.
Let's do one more. Let's do another one here. Now I'm looking through them and finding one that doesn't have an edit or anything. I want something that's nice and fresh, hot out of the oven. Mm-hmm. Which doesn't sound right. But it makes sense to me.
Considering that last one.
Right?
Not everybody is meant to have children.
Woo-hoo! I found a spicy one. All right. You ready for this? Just the subject line is perfect.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for not giving my children's father a portion of my stimulus check money?
All right, I'm going to say that depends on their living situation. That's a legal question.
Yeah.
That's not really an asshole question. That's a legal question.
That should go into like r/legal advice.
Exactly. You know, who's currently supporting them?
Right.
Who lives with them? Who's going to be supporting them in the upcoming year? This is a legal question, but yeah, let's hear it.
Let's
there may be an element.
Let's figure it out. This is from Purple Duck 11.
Okay.
All right. OP writes, so I just got my $4,200 stimulus check from me and my 2 kids. My ex-husband also received his $1,400 stimulus check, but has called me to ask if I would give him a cut of mine, since it was money I was receiving for our children. Not to mention, due to COVID, he has fallen on hard times, but I am not struggling. I told him no because I don't feel he deserves it. Now hear me out. The court ordered $251 a month in child support when we got divorced. I asked for the lowest possible amount only because I knew that he didn't make that much and I make significantly more than him. Right after the divorce was finalized, my mom and I told him that if he was struggling, not to stress about payments because the girls would always be taken care of, but that he was not absolved of his responsibilities. Obviously, we should not have been so easy on him because he barely made a single payment for 2 years. Just some extra cash here and there. Then recently, he bought a brand new 2021 SUV, and that was a huge slap in the face. So we got tougher with the payments, and now he's been paying $251 a month for the last 6 months. When I gently explained all of this to him, he got defensive because it's not really my money. It's the government's money for our kids, and that he should be entitled to some of it. Then he starts to threaten having to go back to court for half the custody so that he would get what he's entitled to. So I mentioned to him that he does, in fact, have half custody Everything was split completely down the middle, including health insurance, school, and extracurricular activities, which he does not pay for either because he feels the kids shouldn't need to go to an expensive school and have all these extra activities when he doesn't have the money for them in the first place. I considered that a fair point since my mom and I do have them involved in a lot of pricey activities, but we have never minded covering that so that was never thrown in his face. And I should add that he does not pay for half their insurance or medical bills, but he feels that because my family and I are more well off than him, I should be giving him part of my stimulus check. When I asked him what he needed it for, he said to have on hand in case he needed it. This is where I don't know if I'm being too controlling, but I told him today and many times before that if he ever is struggling, I would gladly help him. If he's short on groceries or needs to go to the doctor, etc., I have no problem helping him, but he doesn't want that help. He wants just some of my stimulus money to have on hand and then accuse me of being controlling because I only want to help him in ways that I want, only in the ways that I want to help, not in the ways that he wants it. So, am I the asshole? My head is spinning from all this bullshit, lol. I'm going to go first because I know you got something.
Oh, I do.
I'm going to give OP 0 out of 10 assholes because I think that OP's ex is being greedy, I think. And that extra nugget of, oh, I bought a brand new SUV. Oh, hell nah. Nah, fam. Not only do you not deserve that money, you need to go and give us more money back for that child support that we've been telling you that we would be nice about, but then you took advantage of it. I'm pretty sure he's taken advantage of all of this the entire time. Like, no. She's not the asshole. I'm giving him 7 out of 10 assholes.
I'm going to agree with you. I think that the stimulus money gets allocated, if not it should, following who gets to claim the children on taxes. Now, he got his $1,400. She did not withhold his $1,400. She has been assuming the majority of the child care expenses.
Absolutely. From what I've
in excess of what was ordered.
Absolutely.
She was willing to give him something if he were in any kind of need, which
clearly he was not.
Gold star to you. You get negative assholes for that.
I'm gonna give you negative 4.
He has shown that he's irresponsible with what money he does get.
Yeah. Like, as soon as I read that paragraph, I was like, "Oh, yeah, you're kind of fucked there, buddy. You're kind of fucked."
Now let's assume that she is keeping more than her share. Let's just assume. I don't think she is.
Let's assume.
She has shown time and again that she will use that money for the children.
The right way.
Correct. She's using money for the kids. And he disparages her putting the kids in activities.
You know what I think should happen? I think that not only does he not deserve any of that stimulus money that she has, he should donate all $1,400 to her just as...
In back pay?
In back pay. Because think about how much he is not given to her just on the court case alone. Mm-hmm. Like, he was mandated to pay $251 a month.
And he skimped on that. This money was to help you with whatever bills you may have.
Exactly.
This is a bill you have.
This should fucking teach him a lesson.
He's treading on her kindness that
Yeah.
he does not offer it up. So, not the asshole.
OP is not the asshole. He gets 7 out of 10. I think that, like, if by some reason she kept the $1,400 that he got somehow,
say that they were together, recently separated, they had done taxes,
filed as together, like filed as married.
She kept the joint account.
Yeah.
It all went into her account.
And even then, I'd give her 1 out of 10. The only reason I would say that is because...
Had she reported it to the Attorney General as back pay for child support, still
not
0 out of 10.
Right. If she didn't, maybe 1.
Maybe 1.
I can't even give her 1. Because given what he's done, I think that $1,400 is nothing more than taxes paid off for all the stuff that he does owe her.
And it's...
So...
To me, definitely, it's not just about money.
It isn't.
It's
the principle of the matter.
It's where's that money going?
Exactly.
You want it to play with, and she's going to use it for taking care of the kids.
And a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's the government's money. Yeah, I know. But people are suffering right now.
It's not the government's money. It's taxpayer money.
Yeah, it's basically, oh, sorry, taxpayers. Y'all are struggling. Here, have some money. And we could get on a whole another tirade. That'd be another episode.
Politics and taxes.
We get into another episode of that one day. But for now, my point is...
I would like to see what her orders say about who gets to claim the kids on taxes.
Yes.
Now, because some parents, whoever they live with, more than 6 months out of the year, they claim the kids.
Yeah.
100%.
Right.
Other parents, they go year on, year off.
Right.
Mom claims in 1 year. Dad claims in the next.
Yeah.
Mom claims in 1 year.
Yeah.
So I'd like to know that.
Yeah.
But...
Given what I already know...
Given what I already know, and that money was put in her account, the kids live with her, she is taking care of all their needs, and she asked him if he was falling on hard times.
-4 out of 10.
What he needed it for? Nah.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
She should not feel bad for any of this at all.
No.
He, on the other hand, is an asshole of the highest caliber. That's why he gets 7 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I mean, and just to summarize, let's put it all together. He bought a new car. Correction, new SUV. And you know those motherfuckers are expensive.
Oh, yes. All he would have needed was a running vehicle.
Exactly.
I get that whole vanity trip. I get it. Meanwhile, I've got the poor man's Prius and a beat-up minivan that I bought secondhand.
Yeah.
I get by. I do not have a vanity car. If you're behind on child support and you get a vanity car, nah, no mercy.
No.
Because you're supposed to have priorities.
Yeah.
When you have children, you're supposed to have priorities.
Exactly.
And his priorities are not straight.
And so let's think about it. He bought a brand new SUV, barely paid on child support, did not pay on any extracurricular activities, did not pay on any of the medical bills or insurance.
That shit's expensive.
Like, just that alone gives him this...
Racking it up.
That's 5 out of 10 out already. I added 2 because of his attitude.
Correct.
Like, that is straight up, I'm a dick. It's a good thing she left that dude.
Yeah. I agree.
Good Lord. Ugh. Anyway. So that's a little bit of our Reddit reads. Reddit reads. That's what we're going to call it. If you like it, I would love to know how you would feel about this. Please, indeed, subscribe over here on jayjoneslive.com, as we may put that. Nah, I can speak English. Produce more of these. Please, leave your opinions in your comments.
Are we the assholes?
Are we the assholes? If we are, what is our rating? You get a 0 out of 10 scale. 0 to 10 scale.
Public opinion.
Boom. And also be sure to check out the Locked and Loaded Game Network over on Twitch, Channel 2, TKM Studios, Pixel Guy Sean. We have a lot of people on the Game Network. We have all types of stuff. Anyway, enough of us blabbing. Until then,
don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. Bam. That's our tagline. Figured out our tagline already. Thank you for watching, or listening, or both. And goodbye.